Hello again everybody, I'm the Dude 5 back with another video, and today we'll be continuing our walkthrough series of Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor, Game of the Year Edition with Part 5. In this video we are going to be doing our damnedest to eliminate the last of the war chiefs. There are technically 5 of them, Ratbag included. And it will show like 2 of them remaining, but we don't have to eliminate the other war chief, we just have to eliminate 1 more. And God help me, I accidentally decided to pick the one of the toughest war chiefs in existence, Gura the Wicked. I don't know how much of a challenge he's been for other people in this game, or if he's even if all these war chiefs are just randomly generated or what, but this war chief was arguably one of the toughest opponents I've ever gone up against in a game, in any game, and so I had a lot harder time going up against him than I originally thought I would, and that's because not even his bodyguards, like just random orc captains, kept coming to his aid. Like, I don't know if it was just orc captains that were in the area, or orc captains that were in the area, or what, but they weren't even his bodyguards that were coming to his aid, but random Uruks kept coming to his aid and making it that much harder for me to try to defeat him, and I ended up getting killed quite a few times, or having to run away quite a few times, just because I could not handle the fights. And it's not up until the end of the video, once I kill his bodyguards and get a couple of abilities to help me out in the fight, it's not until then that I actually am able to finally defeat him. And I could have easily just cut out all the unnecessary stuff and just skipped ahead to the part where I defeated him, but that would have made for a much shorter video. And I wanted to show you guys just how challenging some of this stuff can get.
To bring out this war chief.
So it'll just give you an idea of, if you're not careful and if you don't go about things a certain way sometimes in this game, it will end up becoming much harder for you than it has to be. And so I've learned my lesson, and the rest of this game was fairly easy for me to get through, but this part right here was the most challenging bit of it for me. So, and you guys are about to see throughout the course of this video just what I mean. So first we have to stealth kill 5 yellow highlighted enemies, which are Gura's supporters. Now, once you do stealth kill all of these supporters, if you do end up dying in this mission after you kill the stealth kill all the supporters, you're not going to have to repeat that part. Like, once you stealth kill all the supporters, Gura will arrive, and if you end up dying, or he ends up killing you or whoever, then if you end up returning to this mission after you die, all you'll do is start the mission and Gura will automatically appear. You will not have to go through and re-stealth kill all the supporters, so that is kind of nice. I thought I was going to have to do that, but I didn't, so I'm still kind of talking directly into the mic to make sure that I can be heard rather clearly, because I'm still kind of fighting sickness, and my mouth is still kind of hurting, so I'm not really not really opening my mouth as much to talk. And if I sound a little monotone, that's why. So I'm not really inflecting my voice as much. Not being as charismatic on my tone of voice. doesn't mean we still can't have fun. Just means I can't really do Gollum. Sorry about that.
See them Caragor? I'm gonna get some fighting practice with them.
Listen to your orders, Globs. We're the reason this keep is secure. We're in good hands with our boss. Next time, keep your mouth shut.
So yeah, after the last video and after this video, the pace, I was able to pick up my pace with the game quite a bit more. I had watched some parts of it through just to make sure I actually kind of had a better idea of what I was doing and getting myself into. So that way things weren't as hard for me as they have been in these past couple episodes. So, because I knew I needed to get through this game as quickly as possible and upload it and finish it, so that way I was ready for Shadow of War. And so, I do apologize for kind of the slow pace of parts 4 and 5 now, but once we get past that, the other videos go by at a much quicker pace, and I was able to successfully complete the rest of the game without nearly as much trouble as these war chiefs were giving me. So when it comes to Gura, he's got a big broad metal shield and his body is covered in armor.
More meat for me, eh? I'll make you all scream.
This was one of the random Uruks that for some reason kept coming to his aid and shooting explosive arrows, which was dealing a lot of damage to me, and I was just having a really hard time trying to defeat everybody because swarms of Uruks and other Uruk captains just kept annihilating my ass. But when it comes to Gura, he's got a laundry list of strengths.
No! No more hiding! Stand! Fight!
He's got a laundry list of strengths, and he's only weak to ranged finishers and combat finishers. But like I said, for some reason this guy was just able to amass just hordes upon hordes of Uruks, and random Uruks kept coming to his aid, and I just could not handle it. And the more I tried to take him on, the more difficult it became, so I tried to thin out the herd a little bit after I'd been beaten a couple of times. Until finally, toward the end of the video, I was finally able to kill him. But he's got a hate of burns, so if you try exploding him, if you try blowing him up in any way, shape, or form after you've gotten his health down a bit, what'll end up happening is his hate of burns strength will activate, and his strength will end up healing him.
Are you gonna run all the way back to the Black Gate again? Or are you gonna stand and fight this time?
It'll pretty much end up healing him back to full health if you're not careful, and it'll just make it that much harder to take him out. So what I recommend doing is obviously, even if you end up taking out more than just this war chief's bodyguards, like take out his bodyguards, but then take out, if there's any other Uruk captains that end up coming to his aid, take them out too. Thin the herd of Sauron's army a little bit before you end up taking out whichever last war chief you do, and just to try to make it a bit easier on yourself, and then end up purchasing the Wraith Finisher ability if and when you can, because that will end up whatever stunned enemy you're going up against to do a flurry kill. And I ended up failing on this part. This is the first time I died in this video. Impaled with a spear.
The day I'm promoted.
The Wraith Finisher ability means that whenever you get the max amount of hits on a flurry kill, like you stun an enemy and then you keep repeatedly attacking them, once you reach the end of your flurry combo, you'll automatically end up killing that enemy if it's just like a regular enemy. Or unless it's a captain or war chief that can be instantly killed by combat finishers, then you can do that too. And then also the Vault Stun ability is just invaluable against enemies with shields, because you'll vault over their shield unless they're immune to that. You'll vault over their shield and stun them when you vault over them, so that way you don't have to worry about vaulting and then pressing circle to try to stun them. It's just an easier way to take down your opponent. So those are the abilities that I ended up purchasing toward the end of the video. And it ended up actually being the turning point at which I was able to defeat Gura, finally. Such a pain in the ass. It's like the second time I ended up going up against him. I was actually doing okay for a little while until his like bum rush impaling attack that can pretty much one hit you if you're low enough health, or it can one hit you if you're full health, I'm pretty sure. He came out of nowhere with his super strong attack, and it just ended up finishing me off right as I was about to start, finally start killing him, and it was just so irritating. I got so irritated with this fight. I tried keeping him at bay with arrows quite a few times, but he carries around too many followers. You really got to try to find a way to thin the herd. And then try to corner him a little bit if you can. after that. And like I said, just thin the herd a bit in Sauron's army, kill a few captains, kill his bodyguards, and hopefully that'll make for an easier fight and less enemies that you have to take out.
I'm going to enjoy cutting you open in the name of our master.
This guy I do eventually end up killing later in the video. Yeah, and that's like the super strong attack that he's got. Can, like, if you're not careful, it can one-hit you. Otherwise, it can knock out a humongous chunk of your fucking health and kind of force you to run to find some herbs. If you're lucky enough to get far away from the enemy, far enough away from the enemy, if I can fucking talk. Well, if you're lucky enough to get far enough away from the enemy in order to grab an herb for health, or if you're lucky enough to even find one. Sometimes these Uruk strongholds, they're very scarce on herbs. And then this asshole decided to join the party out of nowhere too.
Put you out of your misery.
You guys are starting to see why I had such a hard time with this fight, and I should have taken out some more captains and stuff and more bodyguards beforehand. So tried to learn my lesson there. This asshole again. Never did kill him. If I did, I did it off screen. But he was really pissing me off with his explosive arrows. It was ridiculous. And I'm completely out of elf shot, and I didn't even realize it because I was getting so overwhelmed by enemies. Getting overwhelmed by these enemies. My butthole is already squeaky clean. I don't need no more enemies. That was taking it too far. That was too far. I know one of my friends who will appreciate that joke. And I'm, of course, speaking of Night the Wolf. AKA Night Wolf, who I do live streams with quite frequently. Who I've done live streams with in the past. You all know and love him. He is funny. I think I finally got some elf shot there. Again, this is that's one of the things I don't like about Talion initially as a character in Shadow of Mordor, is the fact that he's a captain of the guard in the Gondorian army, and he's stationed in Mordor, and he's a ranger. He's a ranger of Gondor, and he doesn't have his own bow and arrow. When pretty much all the rangers of Gondor have their own bows and arrows, or at least they should. Because a ranger is a multifaceted hunter and combatant when it comes to skill set. Rangers all have multiple sets of skills as far as hunting and combat, and they're usually masters at their craft. And usually they all have bows and arrows because you kind of have to be able to effectively kill and hunt in the wild, no matter whether it's animals for hunting, you're hunting for food, or whether you're coming up against an enemy that you need to shoot from afar. So Talion doesn't have his own bow and arrow, and if he did, he must have lost it in the attack on the Black Gate. And so now, you know, like I said before, the only ability he has to shoot bow and arrow is through Celebrimbor, through the Wraith. So I think it's a bit of a flaw in thinking anyway when they design this game, but you know, there's nothing I can do about it except play through it and enjoy it. Really. I hope some of my commentary has distracted you from the fact that I've done nothing but run around for the past like 5 minutes. Trying to figure out a way to get around this asshole, to kill him. And again, I cannot. I got launched in the air somehow through a glitch that moment. And I got stuck and I got hit. And now I'm getting gangbanged again by Uruks. They just can't get off my dick, can they? Here comes the hit of Burns again, which is going to instantly heal him. Watch, his health bar just keeps going up and up and up and up and up and up and up. And that's just gonna piss me right the fuck off. I tried killing this one guy. Here's where I was like pretty much almost able to kill him, but then I wasn't careful enough, and out of nowhere he got me with his super strong attack, and I wasn't high enough health to withstand it. And this guy was immune to Wraith stun for some reason. Or no, I thought he was. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't purchase the Wraith finisher or Vault stun abilities until the end of the video. So I don't have those abilities yet. I was talking about them though because they are great abilities. They're invaluable, really. They save time and your life, and that's where he got me. This is where I failed on the button prompt epically, and he just stabbed my bitch ass. It's kind of funny because by the way he talks, the stronger he gets, the dumber he gets. You can tell by the way he talks. He sounds like a caveman. Ranger die, me succeed. More power.
What is this
And we're already about halfway through this video, guys. Yay! Now let's try to thin the herd a bit.
Among the servants of our enemy. It is the power to hunt the followers of
And actually start making a goddamn comeback, because this is where the Nemesis system can really get, you know, challenging and difficult and kind of make you think of new ways to strategize in order to ultimately take out the top tier enemy, you know. And I ended up randomly coming across Nakra here.
Consider yourself fortunate I came to engage
and trying to defeat him, but then he ended up doing the same thing where just hordes of followers and other Uruks just kept coming to his aid, and I was unable to defeat him. But I was able to take out Gura's bodyguards in due time. It wasn't, and the funny thing is that I did cover what the Storm of Urfile ability was a couple videos back, just to show you guys, but I had never tested it out in battle, but I knew what it did. And like, over the, like twice now in these past two videos in parts 4 and 5 now, there are times where I've accidentally activated it without realizing I did. Having the infinite crit, and I could have pulled off infinite executions for a short time, which could have helped me melt through Gura. And yet, for some reason, I didn't realize it. I completely blanked on it in my mind, and didn't realize what I could have done, and it ultimately ended up getting me killed. Twice. if not 3 times. And so,
Is that the Ranger?
yeah.
That talk knew he couldn't stand up to me.
So many bloody pigskins sticking up for comes back.
I don't think this guy's invulnerable to stealth, but actually that stealth attack ended up knocking him down to half health, and I wish I could have taken him down after that, but I just wasn't able to. You get too many enemies around, too many Uruks around him, and then he, I think, almost ended up killing me right here. And then, as if the game itself thinks that I am just a absolute fucking failure, it gives me a tutorial guide on how to do last chance recoveries. Because obviously, because it thinks, hey, this guy's failed at it twice now, and he seems to be having a hard time, so maybe he needs a reminder. Like, no game, I know how to fucking do it. These enemies are just tough. In case you've forgotten how to recover from near death, here's how. Shut the fuck up. I know how to do it, okay? I'm not stupid.
Too slow. Aha! Oh, you're
And
in
this
trouble
dumb
now.
motherfucker decides to show up again.
You. You're doomed.
The very gory looking blade. Or club, whatever the hell it is. Keep getting Uruk gang raped and it's not fun.
I'll end you.
Should just run away. I need to just run away. Just run away. Flee. Flee for your life. Whatever's left of it. If you ever get really pissed off and just need to kill some stuff in this game, just go after random Uruks and random captains just to blow off steam. If there's some enemies giving you a tough time, pick on some lower tier enemies and just annihilate them, just to try to make yourself feel better. Like that. That was nice. So apparently Nakra just decided I was too much of a pussy and ran off, because the Uruk captain I come up against over this hill now was not Nakra, but I believe it was Tugog, one of the guys that ended up showing up. Who was it? I think it was Tugog. And I ended up trying to get intel from him. Tugog, the bloody meat cleaver. Yeah. Also, just a quick announcement. If there are any Destiny players subscribed to my channel, the first Iron Banner of Destiny 2 is dropping tomorrow. And so I may or may not be doing a recording or live stream of it. I know in the past I've kind of liked to have done, you know, like Destiny Year 1 or Year 2 firsts, or Destiny Year 2. But like new Destiny game or new Destiny year firsts are always kind of fun to cover, and new events are fun to cover. So, so yeah, the first Iron Banner of Destiny 2 is dropping tomorrow on October 10th, same day as Shadow of War's launch. So I'll either be picking that up late tonight or after I'm done with business matters tomorrow. I just want to let you guys know that I might be doing a live stream with my friend Nightwolf, so that'll be fun. I still have to upload my Battlefront 2 beta video that I did. I'll have to do that within the next couple of days here. As Star Wars Battlefront 2 and also the new Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 that's coming out. Also, both of those are coming out on the same day, November 17th, I believe. So, have that to look forward to as well. And the new Star Wars Battlefront 2 does have a single-player campaign, so they'll probably be doing a series on that as well. It might be pretty short. I don't know how long the campaign is going to end up being. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I've also noticed they like to use the same names for different Uruks in this game because there's already been a couple of different Gimubs, and Grublik is an Uruk captain that we promote to War Chief through branding later on in the game here. So they kind of like ran out of Uruk names and just decided to rename a few with different faces with the same name. It's bad. It's bad development. And I think when they were when they were first making this game and first devising the Nemesis system originally, there was probably only so much they could do at the time. So in that regard, it's a bit understandable, but still, it's still a bit bad designing. There are parts of any video game that are good and bad. Each game has things that it can grow upon.
Rumors going round say ghouls are the spirits of dead slaves. If you believe that crap, you're dumber than you look. When you're on patrol around the hollow, make sure you look up just in case. Our warriors deserve.
I hate it when I try to fire an arrow and I seem to be pulling the right trigger, and yet for some reason I think I accidentally let go of L2 first before I let go of R2, and that's what makes me not fire the arrow as opposed to firing the arrow and killing my enemy. Had that happen to me a few times, and it's like in the heat of combat when you're trying to fire an arrow and you absolutely mess up and you let go of the wrong button. It's like, no, damn it, not what I'm trying to do. This is the worst time ever you could possibly try to do this. And I overshot my mark there because this captain could be instantly killed by stealth finishers, and so that's what I was trying to do.
Just one man. Is this
Because he
supposed to
wouldn't
be a
freaking move. So I tried to zipline him. It didn't work. But he could also be instantly killed by combat finishers too, so hey. Yay!
You and me, right here. And don't even try running. 'Cause I'll track you across all of Mordor if I have to!
And now,
Not past this shield!
Grublik number 1 wants to lick my chode, and so I need to give him a taste of my boot heel. He can also, turned out, he could also be killed instantly by combat finishers too, so didn't know that, but that was nice. And now this guy comes into the picture randomly. So I just went off, just blown off some steam from my festering hatred of being unable to take out Gura. I'm just slaughtering random captains. Just to try to build up my morale again before I go up against Gura again. Try to get some intel from this fool. Like, it almost doesn't matter who I get intel on at this point. I gotta go around and collect all these runes. By the way, guys, before we get to the end of the video, I just want to say real quick, too, that for some reason, I seem to be having trouble finding my Destiny 2 clan's YouTube channel and also now their Facebook page, and I think that's probably because they were both taken down and they haven't been put back up yet. So now at the ends of my videos, I'll just provide a link in the description to our clan page at bungie.net if I can. If I can't, I'll just provide a link in the description to bungie.net so you guys can search for Body No Pants Party. And then I'll also tell you guys with smartphones and tablets to go to Discord. Download the Discord app, DISCORD. Download that app, look for our clan, search them by name, and hopefully you should be able to find them. Because they're running things a bit differently now, and especially through the Discord app. But if you search them and you try to request to join them, one of the admins will get in touch with you, and then you'll talk to everybody and follow their instructions, and you'll be able to get inducted into the clan. So I just want to let you guys know that that's how I'm going to be supporting my clan from now on until further notice. Because things have taken a bit of a change, so. We got one more Gura bodyguard that we need to take out, and then we'll be good to go. So, okay, so that is one of his bodyguards that did come up. But the rest were just random Uruks. The rest of the captains that came to his aid were just random Uruks, and they were annoying as shit. I'm just finishing off something here quick.
Hunting formation, Uruks! Time to earn your dinner!
We're on a baby hunt, and don't think we don't know how to weed them out.
Ranger! There'll be no retreat today. Today, I'll finish it!
They call him Gimub the Black. Not to sound racist, he doesn't look very black to me. He's just got black paint on his face, otherwise he's a rather tan orc. Damn it, Uruk. Sorry, I keep forgetting these things are Urukai, not Orc. We're gonna dominate his pussy ass. Gain a little intel on a useless captain. And crush his jugular. Okay, so now that we've let off some steam and killed all of Gura's bodyguards, let's try once and for all just to go up against him. He's grown to level 18 power. In our failure, he has grown to level 18 power. We're just gonna hoof it all the way on over there.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever understand the way Talion fights, especially when it comes to his executions. He stabbed him through the back of the neck, through the front of the throat, and then cut off his head. I'm pretty sure the first initial stab through the neck and throat was enough to kill the Uruk, but no, he had to go for the finishing move and cut off the head. It's either kill it with fire or cut off its head. As I think Talion thinks these Uruks are zombies. You either have to burn them or cut off their heads. I think that's it. I think I just figured it out. He thinks these Uruks are zombies. And so he either burns them or he cuts off their heads. I kind of wish Celebrimbor did like a massive Wraith Flash slam every time he gained an ability point. That would be kind of funny, but also kind of cool. It's like, level up. Yeah, fine. Level up. Yes! More power! So yeah, this is where I purchase. I'm trying to figure out what I should purchase, and I think the most valuable abilities for me at this point were going to be Vault Stun for sure, because Gura has a shield. Swift Finisher is kind of nice. It reduces the time it takes for you to perform a ground execution, but Wraith Finisher, just on the ending blow on the death blow of a flurry kill. When your crit's charged, you will kind of automatically kill normal enemies, which is nice. And if your Storm of Urfile meter is empty, every time you get a kill, it will gradually fill it. So just go up against a horde of enemies, kill them, and in no time that thing will be charged and you can go infinite crit. Might as well take these guys out real quick first. The less I have to deal with, the better. First, I will drain you for one elf shot. You hath been violated by my blade. What say you? It hurts. Good. He's a big hulking motherfucker. It's not easy to defeat, so this is the final attempt and it will be successful. Let's go. I love for like the war chiefs at least, it gives you a health bar for them at the upper right corner of the screen. The rest of them, it just gives them their health bar above their head. I mean, you also have the health bar above the war chief's head too, but it gives you that extra little display. In most video games, when there's like, when it comes to a boss fight, I'm used to the boss's health bar either being at like the bottom of the screen somewhere or at the top of the screen somewhere, just so you can keep track of what his health is at. So some video games, I forget which ones, but there are some video games out there that don't give you health bars for your enemies, for your opponents at all, and you just have to kind of keep beating them up in order to eventually kill them.
Died. Uruk saw it. Uruk not understand.
Like I said before, you can kind of tell by the way he talks there that, like, seemingly the stronger he gets, the dumber he gets. It's almost like the reverse of the Hulk. Here's where I start actually successfully doing some more damage to him, but then some more, yet again, some more random Uruk captains keep coming to his aid, and completely out of nowhere. And I don't know if he's got like a war leader perk or something like that. He's got some kind of, he might have some kind of strength to him where he's like, when he's in danger, he might just be able to call upon, you know, any Uruk captains or other war chiefs in the area or nearby to his aid. And so that may be the case, and I just didn't know it. That seems like a logical explanation to me, and I'm getting tossed around like a prison. Getting tossed around like a ragdoll at a prison. Let's just put it at that. Here, attack him. I've done nothing wrong. Too many Uruks. I needed to explode some to just get him out of the way, just to thin the herd, even if it ended up healing him. Wasn't gonna keep him healed for long. And here yet again, I accidentally activated my Storm of Earthfile without realizing it, and I could have instantly just melted him right here, right now. But it just did not end up working. I just completely forgot. I think I realized about toward the end. Just managed to pick that up and not get killed. And that spear thrower ended up almost killing me, but then I ended up countering it right back at him and killing him, which was awesome. I think here is where I'm finally able to kill him. And these two other Uruks are just getting on my every last nerve.
Scum! Sauron, kill you.
Thank God I did not fail that button prompt. Off with his head. Finally, he's fucking dead. I can move on with my life. And I got an epic rune to drop from him. That's nice. Alrighty, guys. So now that all that fun and excitement is over, I'm gonna end the video here. I want to thank everyone so much for watching. My name has been I'm the Dude 5. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, as well as any others of mine that you may enjoy. Be sure to turn on the bell icon for notifications. Also, check out my friend Night the Wolf on YouTube. I'll provide a link on screen to his channel as well. Be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell icon for notifications. And also, guys, I'll provide a link in the description of my videos now for my clan Body No Pants party. If you're looking to join a new clan for Destiny 2, I'll provide a link in the description for Bungie.net for our clan page, and I'll also tell those of you with phones and tablets and internet connection to download the Discord app, search Body No Pants Party, and you'll be able to talk to the admins and get inducted into the clan straight away. Thanks again all so much for watching, and as always, stay classy. I will see you all out there in the land of Mordor, where the shadows lie.